say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Barakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who were a great stone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiums in the folk and the earth who pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, right? You know, the name of this lesson is hey Christian, hey, do you know that the Most High controls Satan, right? Because they have a doctrine that they push that Satan rebel against the Most High. Satan and his angel rebel against the Most High, which is there in truth. There's no way, there's no way in the scriptures. So there's adding to the scriptures. You understand? The Most High control all the angel on the left hand side and on the right hand side. Right? The Most High control them. Right? Yeah, the Most High control all these angels. Right? So these Christians have a doctrine saying that Satan rebelled and he was cast out of heaven. That ain't truth. But they're gonna use Isaiah 14 to justify that Satan was cast out of heaven. And in Isaiah 14, Lucifer, referring to the Illuminatis, right? The word Lucifer means light bearer, right? This is what the word Lucifer means, light bearer, right? So there's a bunch of reprobates. You understand? So let me just go into the precept, right, to show that hey, the Most High control all these angels on the right hand side and on the left hand side. The Most High control Satan and all too, and Satan in the right mind. Satan do everything that the Most High say to do, right? Let me get some precept. Let me start off with Psalms to show that the Most High control these angels. The angel on the right hand side and the angels on the left hand side, right? This is Psalms 103 verse 19. He said, "The Lord Yahweh had prepared his throne in the heavens, and the king and he said, and the kingdom rule it over all." Right? So the Most High rule it over all. Right? Verse 20. "Bless the Lord, he is angels that excel in strength, that do his commandment, hearkening unto the voice of his word." So these angels don't go against Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. The angels on the right hand side and the angels on the left hand side, the Most High control them. They don't go against. Spiritual demon Satan do not go against Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. So this doctrine that these Christians pushing is a false doctrine. Satan never rebelled against the Heavenly Father, was never cast out. Like I mentioned earlier, they're going to use Isaiah 14, not having no understanding of Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 speaking about the elites of this world. The word Lucifer means light bearer, right? And when they say he falling from heaven, it means he falling from his rulership. He gonna lose his rulership. Heaven represents rulership. Heaven represents power. You understand? So you Christian add into the scriptures, because the scripture never say that Satan rebelled and he was cast out, right? You Christian add into the scriptures. You understand? Right? Let me get in the Apocrypha, right? This is we're getting a little rain, so Salakia if it kind of value kind of low. Right? This is second Ezra chapter 8, verse 21, right? Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 21, whose throne is estimable, whose glory may not be comprehended, before whom the host of angels stand with trembling. You understand? I gotta read back again, stand after the rain to kind of have you on the roof, you know? Yeah. Right, so read it back again. This is second Ezra chapter 8, verse 21. It says, whose throne let's see if it's working better with the accent. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so here we go. Second Ezra chapter 8, um, second Ezra chapter 8, verse 21. It says, whose throne is inestimable, whose glory may not be comprehended, before whom the hosts of angels stand with trembling. So these angels stand before the Most High with trembling. You understand? They stand before Yahweh Hashem Yahushua with trembling. Both angels on the left hand side and on the right hand side. They stand in order. You understand? Trembling. So we you Christian talking about, you know, you going off. You understand? You going off because these angels don't go against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You understand? They don't go against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? This is uh, this is Ecclesiasticus, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse let me start from verse 27. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 27. Right? He said, he garnished his work forever. He said, and in his hand are the chief of them unto all generations. They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works. And these are the angels, right, on the right hand side and on the left hand side. Right? So, verse 28, none of them hinder one another, and they shall never disobey his words. So the angels not going to disobey the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? He said, after this, the Lord looked upon the earth and filled it with his Salakio. And after this, the Lord looked upon the earth and filled it with his blessing, with all manner of living things, and he covered the face thereof and they shall return unto him again. Right? So, hey, the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, control both angels on the left and the right hand. Most High control Satan. You understand? So you question, we've been doing throughout the years, hundreds of years. It was added to the Most High word, and Christianity have nothing to do with the Most High scriptures. The Bible have nothing to do with Christianity, right? And as the days go by, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai through the Spirit, through the Holy Spirit, revealing, the lies that will start our people, that the Christianity have our people in a dead state, have them stuck on stupidity. You understand? There's how Christianity have our people stuck on stupidity. Right? This is Second Chronicles. Before I get Second Chronicles, I'll get Job. Right? This is Job. Hey, Maratrini. Hey, Shalom. Yeah, I'm actually going to try that. Right? This is Job chapter. This is Job. This is Job chapter 33, verse 7. He said, "They the righteous might dispute with him, so should I be delivered from them. So should I be. So should I be delivered forever from for my judge. Behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him. On the left hand, where he doeth work, so the Most High control the angels on the left hand too, right? He said, on the left hand, where he doeth work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand, that I cannot see him. So the Most High control both right and left, right? Like balance. The Most High control both angels, left hand and right hand, right? So, according to scripture, Satan did not rebel against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That is a lie. I'm speaking about spiritual demon Satan, who dwell in the heavens. He didn't rebel against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? This is this Second Chronicles, chapter 18, verse 18. He said again, he said, "Therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left hand." So, hey, all the hosts of heaven, the angels, right? You have the righteous angels, and you have the angels that do evil on the earth, right? You understand? The angels on the right hand side, and you have the angels on the left hand side. Most I control both of them, right? Verse 19. And the Lord said, "Who shall go? Who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth? And one speak saying, after this manner, and the other saying, after that manner." He said, "Then came out a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, Thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and even do so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lion spirit in the mouth of he is thy prophet, and the Lord had spoken evil against thee. Yes, so the Most High sent a spirit, sent out a angel to go and be a lion spirit in the mouth of his prophet. Because these angels is put things in your mind. You understand? So the Most High control both sides. So the Most High sent a lion spirit to his prophets. That's why your pastors are lion spirits. You understand? Because the Most High put on them. Because they don't want to retain the knowledge of they don't want to retain the knowledge of the Most High in their heart. They don't want to do that. They want to do their own thing. You understand? Speaking things contrary to the Bible. Right? So the Most High control both sides. Right? Um, yeah, this one is for us. Right? This is for Samuel. Right? For Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter 16. Start from verse 13. Right? 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 13. Right? Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Saul rose up and went to Ramah. Verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul. So the righteous spirit from the Lord departed from Saul because Saul disobeyed the Most High word. When the Most High tell he slay every one of the Amalek, which is so-called Jewish people today, but he spared the king, right? So he disobeyed the Most High word, and also he was plotting to kill David without no cause because of envy and jealousy, right? So this is 1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, which is the righteous spirit, departed from Saul. He said, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. So the Most High sent an evil spirit to trouble Saul. So, hey, this is what the scripture saying. So, when you say that Satan rebelled against the Most High, hey, that's not according to scriptures. You understand? That you're not going according to scriptures, right? Because the scripture didn't say that. All the angels, all the hosts of angels stand before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai trembling. You understand? Trembling. Right? Verse 15. And Saul's servant said unto him, behold, now an evil spirit from the Most High troubled thee. So the Most High sent an evil spirit upon Saul. The Most High take away the righteous spirit and send an evil spirit on him. The Most High do all these things. You understand? So when you're talking about Satan rebel against the Most High, and the Most High cast out spiritual demon Satan and his angel out of heaven. There's a lie. There's no way in the scriptures. There's a lie. Right? That is no way in the scriptures. right? This is the book of Job. Yeah. This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 1. He said, again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, sons of God, the angels, right? They're speaking about the angels here in heaven, right? And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. So Satan is the son of God, right? Satan is the son of God also. Verse 2, and the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, and one that feareth the Most High and eschew evil? Right? So if Satan was cast out, we going up in heaven. If you get cast out, you can't go back there. Some Satan was cast out, we doing presenting himself before the Most High. You see, you pastors being found as liars, right? And as the days go by, more closer we get to this, the destruction of the so-called white man kingdom, right? You pastors, the Most High gonna raise up the skirt of these pastors. You're gonna see the lies that they were preaching to the people for hundreds of years, because these pastors were set up by the IRS. They are the prophets of Satan, right? This Satan we're talking about right now is the so-called white man, the adversary. That's why they teach all these lies. You understand? Right? So if you say Satan work cast out, you know, toward the Yabashim. Yeah, toward the Yabashim, shall be ready to be. Right? So if you're saying that Satan work cast out to heaven, Satan present himself also with the angel in the presence of the Most High. So you saying Satan could do what he want, rebel against the Most High, get cast out, and then when he feel like go back to heaven, he go back to heaven? Come on, man. Come on. You Christians simple. Me foolish. Right? We read back Job chapter 2, verse 1. He said, again, there was a day when the Son of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. This is in the heavens. So Satan wasn't cast out, right? Satan was created to deceive. That's his job. The angels on the left hand side, they were created to do the works, the deceiving works of the Most High, and the angels on the right hand side were created to do the righteous works of the Most High. The Most High is a balanced power. The Most High, he create good and he create evil. Matter of fact, let me get that as I mentioned it. You understand? This is Isaiah 45, verse 6, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Most I do all these things. You understand? You understand? You understand? So, hey, you know, the Most I do all these things. So the Most I control, the Most I create all these angels. The Most I make all these angels. You understand? This is back in Job chapter 2, verse 2. He said, and the Lord said unto Satan, for whence cometh thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, and all truth thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And this is another straight cut for these dumb niggas who saying that Job is an Edomite. Right? That Edomite is not an upright man. He cannot be upright. You were created to be the wicked. You understand? Verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man had will he give for his life. He said, But put forth thine hand now and touch his bones and his flesh, and he will cause thee to thy face. So Satan telling him, Moses, hey, put forth your hand now and touch his skin and give you a plague, and he's gonna curse you. Right? Verse 6. He said, And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So the Most High gives Satan a command to go and smooth Job with swords. Right? The Most High sent Satan for do that. Satan didn't go off his own and do that. Satan don't go around the earth, causing all this destruction without the permission of the Most High. The Most High controls Satan. You understand? Right? This is Job chapter 2, verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So when Satan fled from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Right? So hey, the Most High sent Satan to do Job that, to test Job's faith. And Job was a faithful man. And Job did pass the test. Right? Verse 8, and he took up his posture to scrape himself with oil, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse the Most High and die. So Satan put his start in his wife here to say, hey, tell he curse the Most High and dead, because there was the bet between Satan and there was the bet between the Most High and Satan. So Satan was saying, if it touch his skin, he gonna curse you. So after the Most High tells Satan, hey, he's in thy hand, don't kill him. Satan went and smite him with sores and boils. So Satan put it in Job's wife's mind now to tell Job, hey, curse the Most High and dead. Right? Verse 9, Job 2 and 9. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one as the foolish woman speak. Speak it, what? Shall we receive good at the hands of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips? You understand? So Job was a man with understanding. Job was a wise man. You understand? He was a wise man. So hey, you Christians, you are true. They finish. You understand? They finish. Right? You are finished. Right? So the doctrine that you are pushing, that Satan rebel against the Most High, that is a false doctrine. You understand? That is a false doctrine. Right? The Most High control all spirits. Right? The Most High control all spirit. Right? This is let me get Second Samuel. All right. All right. Second Samuel. Yeah, this is Second Samuel chapter 24, verse 1. It said, and again the anger of the Lord Yahweh was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go and number Israel and Judah. So, hey, numbering Israel is a sin. Numbering the children of Israel is a sin, right? That's why this devil, the so-called white man, got a lot to pay for. Because we trying to number us by way of our ID card, passport, driver's license, birth certificate. You understand? Trying to number us, right? These crackers got a lot to pay for, right? So, hey, the Most High moved David. How the Most High moved David? The Most High put Satan on David to do that. Put Satan on David, right? Let me get this one. First Chronicles, right? This is First Chronicles chapter 21. First Chronicles chapter 21, verse 1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. So the Most High put Satan on David so David could number Israel. So, hey, the Most High controls Satan. Satan is do the bidding of the Most High. Satan in your spiritual demon Satan in his right mind. He don't go off and do wicked things. The Most High control him. The Most High control all spirit. Right? The Most High control all things. So, hey, this is First Chronicles chapter 21, verse 1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. Right? So the Most High put Satan on David to do that. Right? This is 2 Samuel chapter 24, verse 1. And again, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them. So he put Satan on David. Right? He said to say, go and number Israel and Judah. For the king said to Joab, the captain of the host, which was with him, go now through all the tribe of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number he the people, that I may know the number of the people. And Joab said unto the king, now the Lord thy power add unto thee, add unto the people, Salakia. Now the Lord thy power add unto the people how many soever they be, an hundredfold, and that the eyes of my lord the king may see it. But why do it my lord the king delighted in this thing? You understand? So, A is a evil thing to number the children of Israel. He said, notwithstanding the king word prevailed against Joab and against the captain of the host, and Joab and the captain of the host went out from his presence of the king to number the people of Israel. Right? Um, yeah, so show that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, control Satan. Right? So let me read back Chronicles again. This is First Chronicles chapter 21, verse 1. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go and number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it. And Joab answered, the Lord make his people 100 times so many more as they be. But my Lord, the king, are they not all my Lord's servants? Why then do my Lord require this thing? Why will he be a cause of trespass of Israel? So it's a sin, it's a trespass, it's a sin. You understand? Not supposed to number Israel, but what the Most High put Satan on David to do it. Right? So the Most High could judge. So the Most High could bring judgment on the wicked ones that you want to destroy. Right? That's how the Most High is work. Right? The Most High control all these angels on the right hand side and on the left hand side. Right? This is we get this one in Psalms, right? This is Psalms 109. Right? Psalms 109 verse me start from verse 1. Psalms 109 verse 1, and this is King David, you know, when he asked the Most High to put Satan on them, right? This is Psalms 109 verse 1. He said, hold not thy peace, O power, my praise, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with lying tongue. They compass me about also with words of hatred, and fought against me without cause. For my love, they are my adversary, but I give myself unto prayers, and they have rewarded me evil for good, and hatred for my love. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand. So, hey, King David asked the Most High to set a wicked man over him and let Satan stand by his right hand. And that's why the spiritual demon Satan control these so-called white people. You understand? Yeah, spiritual demon Satan control these so-called white people. You understand? And spiritual demon Satan deceive you so-called white people. Because all the wickedness that you do, you went back and tell the Most High. Because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai control spiritual demon Satan. Right? He controls spiritual demon Satan. Even the even the apostle Paul sent Satan on these wicked niggas. Right? And get it too. Right? This is 1 Timothy. Right? This is 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 17. He said, now unto the King eternal, immortal, invisible, the only wise power, be honor, he said, be honor and glory forever and ever, so let it be. This charge I committed unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecy which went before on thee, that thou by them mightest war a good warfare, holding faith and a good conscience, with some, he said, with some having put away concern faith, having made shipwreck. He said, of whom Iamenus and Alexander, whom I have delivered unto Satan, that they might learn not to blaspheme. So even Apostle Paul delivered these two niggas to Satan, so Satan could torment them. You understand? There's Satan's job. This we was created to. You understand? The Most High control these angels on the right hand side and on the left hand side. And it's not you Christians could do about that. You know, stop teaching lies about Satan work cast with the heaven. No. You understand? Spiritual demons, Satan work with the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father controlling. He don't go about the place making mischief without the Heavenly Father give him the okay. The Most High rule in heaven and in earth. You understand? Let me get this one in I think it's Psalms, right? Um, Psalms. This is Psalm 78, verse 49. And this when the Most High bring hell on these Hamites. You know, these so-called Africans, when the Most High destroy the Egyptians, them, these Hamites, right? That these Israelites claiming to be. These Israelites who bug out to the mind, claiming to be that they are Hamites. Lost. They are lost souls. Right? Psalm 78, verse 49. He cast it upon them his fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angel against them. So he sent evil angel against them, right? He said he made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence, and smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the chief of their strength in the tabernacle of Ham. So you so-called African, you are Hamites. Ham, you come from the seed of Ham, right? You are Hamites, right? So the Most High sent evil angel against them to destroy them. You understand? Send the evil angel against them to destroy them, right? Even our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, who the Holy God Jesus. You know, these angels on the left hand side, they know him, and that they have to bow down to him. That's why when he come and he put you under the sick and the lame, these demons used to come after them. They used to come after them because it's an order. It's an order. These evil spirit, and the spirit and these righteous spirit on the right hand side and the left hand side, they know Yahweh Shai. They know that Yahweh Shai created them, and they under Yahweh Shai. Satan bow down and worship Yahweh Shai. You understand? This is Mark. Let me just get a quick one in Mark. Um, this is Mark chapter 1 verse 30. But Simon's wife mother lay sick of a fever, and he said on they tell him of her. He said, and he came and took her by the hand and lift her up, and immediately the fever left her. Me the evil spirit leave her, and she ministered unto them. He said at eve, when the sun did set, they brought unto him all that were diseased, and them that were possessed with devils. So is these when you sick, is the most high the most high will send a evil spirit on you to plague you with disease. You understand? Disease means the body at ease, not at the body at distress. It's not at ease. You understand? So the most high is send them evil spirit upon you. Right? Right? He said verse 33, and all the city was gathered together at the door, and he healed many that were sick of diverse disease, and cast out many devils, and suffered not the devil to speak, because they knew him. So this evil spirit knew Yahweh Shai, because he over them. He created them, right? He created them. There's another mystery that you Christian don't know about, right? Because the Heavenly Father Yahweh, he don't come off the throne. He don't come off the throne. You understand? He sits on the throne. It's his son Yahweh Shai and the 144,000. Right? This is a whole nother lesson. His son Yahweh Shai and the 144,000. They create everything that you see. You understand? They do everything that you see. That's not a mystery. That was only revealed to the elect, right? You understand? So hey, these evil angels know Yahweh Shai, right? And they also know Apostle Paul too, right? So let me get the one in Acts, right? So the Most High control all these angels on the right hand side and on the left hand side. When Judas Iscariot deceived our Lord Yahweh Shai, where is the Most High put Satan on him? Yeah, the Most High put Satan on him, right? Um, this Acts chapter 19 verse Acts chapter 19 verse 11. He said, the Most High worked special miracles by the hands of Paul. So the Most High worked special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body, he says, so that from his body were brought unto the sick hand, hand, handkerchief of Abram, and the disease departed from them, and the evil spirit went out of them. So the Most High give Apostle Paul the power too, to rebuke them evil spirit in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, so they can leave, right? Verse 13. Then certain of the vagabond Jews exorcists took upon them to call over them which had evil spirit, right? The name of the Lord Yahushua, saying, we adjourn you by Yahushua whom Paul preached. Verse 14. And there were 7 sons of one Sceva, right? A Jew and chief of the priests, which did so. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are he? So hey, evil spirit they know him. Evil spirit say, yo, y'all have no power over me. Yahushua have power over me, and Paul have power over me, but who are you? You understand? So the Most High put the spirit, he Apostle Paul the power to do that too. You understand? To cast out them evil spirit in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So the Most High control all the angels on the left hand side, on the right hand side. The Most High even control spiritual demon Satan. So the Christian can't get around this. You understand? You can't get around this. You understand? The Most High control all things, right? All things obey His will. You understand? With that purpose, that's what's edifying. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders who well and great stone, and a blessed salutation to the Agiums in the four corners of the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.